My name is Caroline Draper, and today I'd like to propose the idea of mandatory freshman year life skills courses. I came up with this idea from personal experience. My freshman year wasn't as good as it could have been because I felt disconnected, uninvolved, and like I didn't belong. Although people say put yourself out there, you'll make friends, get to know everyone, that doesn't always help. I'm a fairly outgoing person, and I don't feel like it got me very far. In order for things to really change for these new students, parameters have to be put into place. According to the Washington Post, though college graduates may not be unemployed, the reality is that 40% of college graduates are underemployed, meaning they're in jobs that don't require a bachelor's degree. These employment outcomes may result from poor preparation in an area where young adults are often considered lacking life skills. Life skills enable adults to function properly in society and include stress management, study habits, financial knowledge, self-care, social awareness, and the general ability to work well with anyone. I took this quote directly from bestcolleges.com. Basically, the issue at hand is that college is an exciting, fantastic opportunity that helps students get where they want to be in the future. But are colleges really doing what they should be when it comes to teaching children how to become adults? Incoming freshmen are already dealing with so much, from social pressure to financial pressure to academic pressure. But on top of that, they're having to teach themselves how to live alone, how to cook for themselves, and how to do simple everyday tasks like laundry. And while all of those things are a part of growing up and teaching yourself how to survive on your own, wouldn't it take a little bit of the edge off parents and students if there was a program that helped teach children how to do this on their own? Take a look at this chart I've attached below that shows the number one stressors that freshmen struggle to adapt to. They include relationship problems, daily life problems, problems with parents, college instructors, video gaming, looking after themselves, insomnia, and don't even get me started on the mental health issues. So, I propose we become the change and alter and create an alternative to the way TCU acclimates incoming freshmen. Create a learning platform where students learn how to be adults, all the way from knowing how to change a tire to learning how to invest your money and pay your own bills. Basically, each incoming freshman student will be required to choose a minimum of 3 life skills classes. The purpose of these being to help the incoming freshman class to better adapt to college life and also develop skills that help them transition into adulthood. Each class will count for 1 credit hour, so the students will still be able to complete their other core classes and won't get behind. The goal of each of these courses is to encourage incoming college students to feel acclimated, understood, and prepared to function properly in the adult world. But it even goes beyond that, because as a senior or a junior or a sophomore in college, I feel like I'll be prepared to take on life when I graduate college. I'll know how to pay bills. I'll know how to take out a loan, if it's a good idea or not. I'll know how to do simple household chores. So, each of these class options are involvement and importance, investments, safety and self-defense, mental health and wellness, college course overview, life skills, and each student will be required to meet with a mentor once a week. Each class will be discussed in depth and detail so each student can decide what course they're interested in. The first one, Involvement and Importance, is a course that will discuss all the aspects of campus life and why it is so important to be a part of it. Organizations, clubs, sports events, campus-hosted events, sorority and fraternity life, the Writing Center, tutoring, campus life, and how to get involved. I feel like a big issue my freshman year personally was that I was so in the dark about everything TCU had to offer, and there are so many things now that I know about TCU that I regret not getting involved in during my freshman year. There are even things I'm still finding out about today that I had no idea about TCU. The next course is Safety and Self-Defense, which is the importance of making safe choices both off and on campus. TCU Police does so much to keep us safe, but it's extremely important that we know, as students and individuals, the best way to behave. Drinking safety is really important. Self-defense classes and real-life scenario training are all the difference between something really bad happening or students knowing how to go in to any given situation and behave the way they've been taught. Informing students about the security resources and important numbers to know in this case is also extremely important. TCU does a great job of having all of these resources on hand, but they aren't always easy to know about. The next course is called Mental Health and Wellness, which is the importance of asking for help whenever you need it, the important resources to know that can get you this help, the importance of eating right, exercise, and getting enough sleep, the necessity of taking care of yourself at all times, and each student will be assigned to a mentor or counselor they will be required to visit with at least once every 2 weeks. This can be anyone of their choosing. This can be a family member, a faculty member they've gotten to know, maybe an older friend, but it will be someone they're comfortable with and it won't feel like they're being forced to go. There will also be support groups where kids can get to know each other and get connected. It's just another way for kids to be able to meet people like themselves without feeling uncomfortable walking into the classroom for the first time. The next course is called College Course Overview, which is an overview of how to study, an explanation and sample of each course offered at TCU, a group format where students can discuss with older students and find out what the easiest or most productive classes are and what they like best about their majors, and some future reflection. Where do these students want to end up after college? I had an extremely hard time picking a major and ended up switching around a few times, but I wish that at the beginning of college I had the opportunity to kind of dig around and see what I was really interested in. I took College 101, but I don't feel like it was really a great fit at the end of the day. The last course offered would be Life Skills, which is my personal favorite because it's all the things that we need to do every day to get us through our adult lives that we don't really figure out how to do until we're sitting there with a flat tire on the side of the road. So this course includes, obviously, how to change a tire, simple household repairs, how does insurance work, how to cook simple meals, when you should involve an attorney, how to file taxes or write a check, and how to take care of your automobile. All simple things that a lot of kids go into college not knowing how to do that would be a real game changer that they didn't have to worry about. Next, let's take a look at some input that I got. When I took a vote, 8 out of 10 of the current students I asked said that they would have preferred their first semester of freshman year to be set up this way. A lot said they struggled with trying to fit in socially, trying to make new friends, but at the same time juggling all these other things going on. TCU is a small school, and while that's awesome, it can sometimes be hard to have a fresh start. To start, I would approach the Dean of Academics along with Chancellor Boschini himself and the Dean of Student Life in order to get my point across to each area of the campus. The main goal here is to set students up for success from the very beginning and to walk alongside them, since that's what they're used to. We all just came out of high school and lived with our parents, and while we don't need to be babysat, we do need some help, and a little more help than we're getting. Fraternity and sorority life is awesome, but I feel like that's kind of the one main thing that's really expressed to kids before they go to college. What about the other clubs and activities, the other things students might be involved in? What about getting students together before school starts? I know TCU has already gone about that with things like Frog Camp and orientation, which is awesome. But for some of the students who are already so nervous like I was, or the students that can't make it to Frog Camp, the goal of this semester is that they're all in it together. They're all in these classes. They're all meeting new friends who are in the exact same position as they are. They may be shy, introverted, outgoing, whatever it is. They can meet people like them, and I think that's something cool. So, to wrap things up, through this program, my goal is to substantially lower mental illness rates within college students, starting with freshman year, and to give them a fresh outlook on what they're going into. I hope young adults will have a new perception of their college experience and be better prepared to take full advantage of the opportunities they are given within their 4 years at TCU. College students will develop new skills which will benefit in the long run and help them to be more functional adults, as well as more prepared to live on their own and build relationships with others. Through this, they'll be more adaptable to making new friends, working with new people, being in groups, and all that good stuff. And lastly, here are my sources. Thank you for following along, and I hope that this makes a positive change in TCU.